Welcome back to another MCYU STEAM Challenge, where you'll be pushed to question, discover, and create. For today's activity, we're going to become agents of the internet. Today, we're going to go on a top secret mission to understand the differences between reliable and unreliable websites. Let's start by going through some key definitions.
A URL stands for Uniform Resource Locators. It shows you the name and type of website you are looking at. For example, www.google.com is short and simple, and it has no spelling mistakes. These are all important things to look out for when deciding if your website is reliable or unreliable. A citation is used when you take any information or idea from another author's work and use it in your own work. You always need to make sure to include the author's name if it is their ideas or information. For example, if I am researching for a project and I am going to include a definition that I found off of the encyclopedia, do you think I need to cite where I got the information from? I do, and if I don't cite the author, I would be plagiarizing, which is the next definition. Plagiarism is when you copy another author's work without citing it. For example, if my friend Damien drew a picture for art class and I wrote my name on it and handed it in, that would be considered plagiarizing. This is how citing works. When you use information from a website, you must give credit to the author in order to use their information.
Now let's talk about some important tips as our curiosity grows and we research things online. Tip number 1 is to find at least 3 reliable sources or websites that say the same thing. This will make sure that the information that you have found online is true since you have basically confirmed it with 3 other authors. Tip number 2 is to always look at the end of the website URL, which is very important as it can tell you a lot about the page that you are on and what kind of information you can get off that page. Let's look at a few examples.
.org is a website that is advocating for something like a nonprofit organization or a charity. .net is a website that is associated with higher education such as McMaster University or any other college or university for that matter. .edu is nearly similar in the sense that it is also associated with an education institution. .ca is a Canadian-based website, and lastly, .com is usually an e-commerce or business website. Now let's take a look at the different websites you will come across when doing research online. Wikipedia is one of the options that will probably appear at the top of your list when you use Google. This is often the most attractive source because it lists many facts that will support your research immediately. However, Wikipedia is not a reliable source because anyone that has access to the internet and a device can go on this website and change the facts and information on there. The next website is National Geographic. This is a reliable source because all the information and pictures are gathered by researchers and scientists whose goal is to share accurate information. The final category for online sources is social media. You might recognize the social media logos on the screen, which are Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Although these sources are fun to use, they are not considered reliable sources because the content and captions shared can be written by anyone. This is kind of like Wikipedia because the information on these sites is not double-checked by academics or scientists, and people are more likely to share their opinions here. Now it's time for our secret mission. We need to figure out if these websites are code Kappa, reliable, or code Delta, unreliable. Are you ready, Super Spies? Wikipedia. What do you think it is? Pause if you need to. This source is code Delta because anyone can edit the source, making it very unreliable. Kids do ecology. What do you think it is? Pause if you need to. This source is code Kappa because it has clear language and links to other websites. The language is also professional and the URL is clear and without any spelling mistakes.
Great job, Super Spies! We completed the top secret mission. We learned how to identify and communicate which sources were code Kappa and which ones were code Delta. Make sure to tune in for the next STEAM challenge coming soon.
But before you go, do you have any cool websites that you use for learning? Share them with us down below.